Judging from the look on Trump's face when he rang in the new year at Mar-a-Lago, he's not entirely optimistic about what 2024 will bring, and you can't blame him.
So again, have a great new year. My children are all here. They're in the back. There's one that happens to be skiing. I gave her a little. I said, go ahead, darling. Go skiing. Enjoy yourself. Just don't fall, please. Don't hurt yourself. But my children are here. They're all here. And I just want to thank everybody. We're going to have a great 2024.
Trump has a lot going on with him right now, and a lot of it, most of it, is not great. He's pushing 80 and campaigning for the most difficult and public job in the world. His family, specifically his wife and beloved favorite daughter, chose not to spend New Year's Eve with him. He thinks he was president in 2016. He's posed to lose the E. Jean Carroll case. There are new tapes, and he can even get a presidential endorsement from Ted Cruz. Now that's a lot, but let's break it down. Let's start with New Year's Eve at a party at Mar-a-Lago. Trump addressed his guests and mentioned that his wife was not there because she was with her sick mother in Miami. In any case, this would be an absolutely understandable reason for a wife to skip out on her husband's party, but with this particular couple, they're so rarely seen together anymore that he almost didn't need to explain it. Then he said that his children were all there, but one was missing because she was skiing with her family. He told her it was cool though. Social media posts confirmed that Ivanka was skiing her way into 2024, but she too has rarely been seen with her father since the January 6th insurrection 3 years ago. As the countdown to 2024 commenced, Trump was seen standing in the middle of a crowded ballroom, scowling, staring straight ahead, and seemingly not wanting to be there. Now that's strangely relatable. New Year's Eve has always been the most lackluster holiday. I think I had a good one this year, but even I barely made it to midnight. Anyway, Trump is now on the campaign trail in Iowa, but during a Fox News town hall meeting, Trump made a strange claim that involved him being president in 2016. In 2016, Barack Obama was still the president. Trump wasn't inaugurated until January of 2017. He said, quote, "In 2016, they had no terrorists that they know of that came into the country. None. You know, I had the travel ban. They call it the Trump travel ban." Yeah, they also called it the Muslim ban. It was an executive order that he signed within just weeks of taking office that banned travel to the United States from 7 countries: Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. Those countries are all predominantly Muslim. He also suspended the resettlement of Syrian refugees.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on. We have no choice. We have no choice. Mr. Trump stated, without looking at the various polling data, it's obvious to anybody the hatred is beyond comprehension of such a big portion. Where the hatred comes from and why, we will have to determine. We're going to have to figure it out. We have to figure it out. We can't live like this.
The left at the time was criticized for calling it the Muslim ban, with the right claiming that it was all just a big coincidence that the countries Trump happened to target in his travel ban happened to be Muslim. Now he's saying that he will bring back the ban if he's reelected, but he's going to ensure that it's also expanded to block refugees from Gaza, refugees who again happen to be predominantly Muslim. Then there's the fact that he brought up his supposedly non-Muslim travel ban while discussing terrorist activity. Terrorism seems to be synonymous with Muslim these days, in that terrorist activities are only deemed to be quote-unquote terrorism if and when they're perpetrated by Muslims. At least that's how Trump and his base seem to perceive and understand the Muslim community. There are currently 1.8 billion Muslims in the world. In the Trumpist view, they're all terrorists, I guess. Moving on, a 27-page order from the E. Jean Carroll defamation case suggests that Trump will definitely lose this case. Last year, a jury decided that Trump did, in fact, rape journalist E. Jean Carroll, so the order made clear that that previous judgment is final and will stand as a point of evidence in this case. For this new trial, the jury will be deciding how badly to punish Trump for defaming Carroll following the previous verdict, And the jury will review video evidence of Trump being unapologetic regarding acts of sexual harassment and abuse. Trump has already paid $5 million in damages regarding defaming Carroll after he left office, but this trial deals with the things he said while he was still president. In the order, Judge Kaplan wrote that, quote, Mr. Trump and his counsel are precluded in the presence of the jury from claiming that Mr. Trump did not sexually abuse or rape Ms. Carroll, that he did not make his 2019 statements concerning Ms. Carroll with actual malice, or that Ms. Carroll fabricated her account. Again, the reason behind this is that the above has already been tried and determined. The goal with all of this seems to be that the judge is trying to cut through all of the distraction tactics, the faux outrage, and the misdirection attempts that Trump and his legal team have become known for. All right, so just to wrap all this up, new recordings have surfaced of a phone call where Trump was pressuring 2 Republican canvassers in Wayne County not to certify the 2020 election results. On the recordings, he can be heard saying, quote, "We've got to fight for our country. We can't let these people take our country away from us." Also heard on the recordings, Ronna McDaniel, the chairwoman for the Republican Party, saying, quote, "If you can go home tonight, do not sign it. We will get you attorneys." And Trump confirmed, quote, "We'll take care of that." In other words, Trump and McDaniel were telling these canvassers, don't worry about the fact that none of this is legal. They're acknowledging that they're committing a crime. And finally, Trump smells bad, allegedly, and Ted Cruz won't even endorse him for president. All right, that's it for me. If you got anything out of this, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and be sure to check out my podcast, Modern Context. Thank you.